Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News starts now.
We are now into night 3 of the blockade at the Ambassador Bridge, with protesters preventing all traffic from entering Canada. And tonight, that protest over Canada's vaccine mandate is now having an impact on the auto industry.
So-called Freedom Convoy forced the shutdown of a Ford plant in Windsor and caused General Motors, the plant in Delta Township, to cancel its second production shift Wednesday. The longer the blockade goes, the bigger the impact, with the Ambassador Bridge carrying 25% of all trade between the U.S. and Canada.
With travel still partially shut down there, the Blue Water Bridge in Port Huron has been overwhelmed. Tim Pamplin is there with the night cam.
Going into day 4 of the blockade at the border, forcing thousands of semis up 94 and 69 to the Blue Water Bridge. It's ill-equipped to handle so much truck traffic, and the backups continue growing. And tonight, well, there's a new wrinkle. All the eastbound on-ramps to 94 in St. Clair County have been closed.
It's this Blue Water Urgent Care.
That's Jacob. He needs to get to an 8 o'clock PCR test so he can get back into Canada, but he's welcomed by these. He's not going to make it. This one at Gratiot Avenue. Appears someone's just barreled through that. So if you don't get that PCR done, if you're not there by 8 o'clock, what happens?
Well, then we have to stay here till tomorrow.
Meantime, in Canada, on the 402, the freeway leading up to the Blue Water Bridge, the Farmy have arrived.
This is the most political I've ever been, I would say.
A group of farmers bringing out their heavy equipment, blockading the road to the Blue Water Bridge, ratcheting up the pressure on the Canadian government.
I would like it if I didn't lose my friends over my opinion. So, you know, I just kind of want everybody out there to just hear what we're saying and at least try and understand. Whether you agree with us or you don't, can you at least hear us out and try and understand?
Back over at Wadhams Road, there's a massive truck stop. Loves, just off the freeway there, another semi pulling in. Got to rest now for 10 hours. But it's when they get up and all these trucks pour out of the truck stop to continue their journey to Canada, they're going to be greeted by the ramp closures, forcing them to take the back roads through St. Clair County and rejoin the backups where they can. So back out here as we continue our journey along 94. Above us, well, that's I-69. This is where the two freeways converge. At last check, I-69's back up right now is about 10 miles. The back up on 94, about 7. That is the scene right now up near the Blue Water Bridge. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, Tim. 13-year-old Andy Snook was camping in Monroe County with friends when he nearly drowned. His family's life hasn't been the same since, and now his family is facing another hurdle. Mara McDonald is downtown tonight. Mara, we hear constantly about shortages in the healthcare industry. The Snook family is living it.
You know, Andy has never regained consciousness, but his family has fought every day for the last 7 months for healing for him. Well, now they've got an entirely different fight on their hands that's really out of their control.
But unfortunately, he's not progressing to the point where the doctors would like him to be.
Heather Snook hasn't been home to Wixom in 7 months. She's been by her son's side since that near drowning, through multiple hospitals, and finally at the Mary Free Bed Hospital in Grand Rapids.
Ready, set, go. Kick them both, kick them both, kick them both.
Because Andy isn't progressing, doctors say it's time to send him home.
It's been since October that my case manager has been trying very hard to get nursing.
Taking care of Andy is a two-person job. His dad, Dave, still has to work, which means Heather is desperate for nursing care if they are to bring him home. The shortage of nurses and healthcare workers is something they grapple with daily.
This is so more than real.
Heather keeps their friends and family aware of Andy's and the family's daily life with her Facebook posts.
If I think about the future, I tend to spiral out of control. My feelings and emotions get the best of me. So basically, it's one day at a time.
If you have been following the Snook family daily updates on social media platforms over the last half year, you know that they try and put a positive spin on everything. They call even the smallest, bit of good news a mustard seed. Well, when I was talking to Heather, she said, we haven't had a mustard seed in quite some time. At least being able to find some in-home nursing would count as a whole bunch. We're downtown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. A police chase leads to a violent crash on Detroit's east side.
It happened on Chalmers and Cedar Grove. A suspect was being chased by police when they tried to go around another driver and hit his vehicle, tearing off the front wheel. The driver says the suspect was going 100 miles an hour.
I was getting ready to turn down Cedar Grove, and a guy just came on the opposite side of the street and stopped me from turning and totaled my car. Kept going. Then he got out and ran.
Fortunately, nobody was hurt. Police have not said why they were chasing the car. The suspect remains on the loose.
Well, don't get used to the 40-degree temperatures we saw today because Paul is tracking more Arctic air headed our way. Paul.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a process. We're going to go down, then we'll go up, and then we're going way down by the time we get to the weekend. I'll show you that in about 10 minutes or so. But right now, temperature is very important. We are still above freezing. We are in the mid-30s right now. And with a little bit of light snow falling, that's initially going to be melting. And if we get enough of that to dampen the pavement, that could mean a few little slick spots in the morning. But right now, Storm Tracker 4 is showing just kind of a ragtag pattern of very light snow across the state. So we'll see some of these flakes during the course of the night. And for the kids hitting the bus stop tomorrow, not a lot of change in temperature. Looks like low 30s both for the morning and the afternoon bus stop. And wind chills are going to be probably around 23 degrees or so. So dress the kids for 23 degrees. But as I mentioned, you have a big roller coaster coming. And when you have this much of a temperature change, you know that some snow is coming. So we're going to talk in a few minutes about the snow coming Friday morning. That could mess up the rush hour. But look at that. Well, that was Sean White there. In any event, Arctic air coming in for the weekend. And then we're going to warm up again middle of next week. But again, we'll talk about that Friday snow in just a few minutes. Kim?
All right, Paul, I'll take it. The family of comedian and actor Bob Saget revealing tonight that he died last month from head trauma.
The star of Full House was found dead last month in a hotel room in Orlando. His family released a statement about his death, saying authorities believe Saget accidentally hit the back of his head on something, probably thought nothing of it, and went to sleep. He never woke up and was found with bruises to the back of his head. He was 65 years old. Now to the coronavirus, and the downward trend continues. The state is reporting 7,527 new cases over the past 2 days. That averages out to 3,700 cases per day. 330 new deaths are also being reported, including 239 from a vital records review.
7-day moving average shows just how quickly the number of new cases is falling. 3 Wednesdays ago, we were averaging 14,000 cases a day. Today, that number is under 4,000, a little less than 3,900.
A second man pleads guilty to conspiracy in the plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. 27-year-old Caleb Franks of Waterford Township appeared in court today, admitting he was part of the scheme. He says the Wolverine Watchman planned to kidnap Governor Whitmer because of her restrictive COVID policies. 4 other defendants have claimed FBI informants infiltrated their group, pushing the plan forward. Franks says that's not true, and he's expected to testify against the others.
Getting closer to the biggest game of the year, the Los Angeles Rams Cincinnati Bengals set to face off at Super Bowl 56 Sunday night right here on Local 4. And for some of the halftime shows, of course, a bigger draw than the actual game.
This year includes Eminem performing with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. And as Jason Colthorpe reports, Eminem won't be the only Detroit rapper performing.
Sean Forbes grew up in a family of musicians. His uncle even mixed for Bob Seger once upon a time. And at this studio, 54 Sound here in Ferndale, he once crossed paths with Eminem, who he's now going to share a stage with.
I'm still pinching myself that I'm in the same room with them. They're sitting like right over there.
It did feel a bit like a dream when Forbes got the call to ask if he wanted to be part of the Super Bowl halftime show.
And I was like, that's not even, you know, debatable, because number one, my entire music career has been influenced by Dr. Dre, by Snoop Dogg, and especially by the hometown boy, Eminem.
He'll also be alongside Wawa, another deaf rapper. And what they do is best described as an expressive sign language performance to the music that, yes, they can hear through the heavy bass. Forbes has played big shows before, including with Stevie Wonder, also in LA, but this one's gonna be different.
This time I'm just gonna take it all in. I'm just gonna appreciate it so much. Not that I didn't appreciate the other ones, I did, but I was just so living in the moment, you know? So I'm just really excited about this.
Yeah, he is a role model for so many, but this 40-year-old rapper's biggest cheerleaders are his family.
My wife and my kid dropped me off at the airport. My oldest daughter was just so full of pride. You know, she was just like, Dad, go and tell it.
In Ferndale, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
What, does it get any better than that?
Well, I can't wait to support him.
Oh, absolutely right. It's so great. I've known his dad, Scott, for a lot of years. It's really going to be exciting. You can watch Super Bowl 56 right here on Local 4. We'll have coverage all day long, beginning with a special edition of Local 4 News today at 6 a.m. The kickoff, if you want to time all the goodies that we want to get out to eat for that evening, kickoff is, of course, right around 6:30 p.m.